to have an amazing afternoon hearing from some people who are going to actually, literally, change the world. So, let's begin here. What is innovation? We have to have a definition. Innovation is this. It's the applied confluence of those two things, creativity and artistry, at an intersection where we apply wise action over time for a particular purpose that creates a measurable change. It ain't innovation unless something moves. The physicists agree that the present moment is the only real moment there is. Now and here are the only places we can actually operate from to create that change we want to go create. Even though the change may be in the future, we can't create the change in the future. We have to create the change now. I failed Algebra 1 twice. I took it in 9th grade from Mr. Leonard. He told me I was stupid and I'd never be able to get it, so I took it, got a D in 10th grade, never took another math class my whole life. But I love math because it does amazing things. So when I worked for Disney, I ran a division, and once a year we had to do a capital budget. And that's where you make this wish list of stuff you want, and then you go give it to the finance guy, and you say, here's how much it costs, and here's how much money I'm going to make with it. And then they would go into the evil finance guy cave, and they'd come out later, and they'd have this answer and say, all right, you get these 4 things, you don't get those 3 things. Well, how come? Well, they had this equation. They had this thing called net present value. That equation up there is actually a time machine. So, what if we married that mathematical time machine concept to the concept of the Buddha's now? And I think we would get something like this. The net present moment. So, what's that? Well, it's fascinating. It literally is a way that we can move from today into the future and bring all that back to the present moment. Yes. What if I try this and I'm wrong? Or I make a mistake? Oh, what if I make a mistake and they kill me? What if I make a mistake and they kill me, and then after I'm dead they say he was wrong? Right? We hate you. There's nothing worse. So that's the first enemy. We call that the far enemy of innovation. It's not called far because it's far away. It's called far because it's the opposite of innovation. But that's not the real bad boy. This is the real bad boy. This is the #1 impediment to innovation. Success. Everybody recognize that face? That's Mohandas K. Gandhi. And he was an innovator. He innovated an entire subcontinent. He changed India, and it wasn't easy. And this is a direct quote. Secrecy is a sin and it is to be avoided. So what's that got to do with innovation? Well, I would suggest this. Openness is the first great tool of innovators. You stay open. What Gandhi said is true. If you want to innovate in your innovation village, you have to share. You have to say, hey, here's what I know, here's what I think. Everybody used it. At Imagineering, we had a boss, and he was a scary guy. And it was time for a buy-off meeting, which meant we were ready to present our Epcot show for final production. So we're all there, we've been working like demons, and he comes in and he looks at it and says, nope, that's not it. You guys need to redo that. Go back to the drawing board. It was 10:30 in the morning. We were so crestfallen, we decided to head for the bar. And on the way out, he kind of saw us with our faces all hanging. He said, hey. I didn't say it was bad. It's just not the right show for this attraction. That's a great idea. Put that in the drawer. We'll do it. Now go in there and get it right for this show. So recycle everything. So here's the first step for being curious. You stay in what we call in Zen beginner's mind. When you're a beginner and somebody says, hey, how do you do that? What do you say? What do you say? I don't know. I don't know. You know? Okay, so beginner's mind is the opposite of expert mind. Here's the cool thing. For beginners, the possibility waves, to borrow from physics, of every possible solution are available because you don't know. For the expert, nope, that's the way you do it. Well, what's this inclusivity thing mean? Here's what it means. If we run a general distribution curve of any population against any metric called we want to move something forward, what's going to happen is you're going to get this distribution. About 20% are going to be Eeyores. We all know Eeyore, right? Hey, Eeyore, beautiful day. It'll probably rain. That's Eeyore. About 60% are going to be Pooh Bears. How you doing? I'm fine. I was fine last week. I'll be fine next week. Be fine. You know. And then 20% are Tigers. Boing, boing, boing. Let's go. You know, whatever it is, right? Okay, so if you want to do maintenance, just kind of keep things are. It's about command and control and management and all that stuff. That's not going to get you innovation, though. And the management guys will tell you, and if there are any management consultants here, I apologize right now. The management guys will tell you, you spend all your time in the middle with those Pooh Bears because those are the ones that really get it done. You ignore the ones on the left because you can't fix them. And the ones on the right don't need you. Wrong. You want to innovate? Your world has to look a lot more like this. You've got to embrace everybody. You want to embrace every single perception in your world, including her, even though she be scary. Guy on the left playing silver trumpet. Why is that slightly innovative? Well, because they're mostly brass. So the silver trumpet looks a little better, You know, sounds a little sweeter maybe. The other guy, Dizzy Gillespie, played a trumpet that was bent at a 45-degree angle out of nowhere for no apparent reason, and he would never say why he did it. He didn't just incrementally improve the trumpet. He iconoclastically broke and improved the nature of how jazz got played and redefined the entire world of jazz. I'll tell you what, if I'm going to be an innovative guy, you know, I'll just take my jacket off. All right, so, all right, now I'm a little looser, right? That's incremental. This, my friends, is iconoclasm. This is what you do if you really want to be innovative. So, once you get that going, you know, what has happened here, in case you didn't notice, is that we are now about to have a completely different conversation, aren't we? Yeah, that's right. Okie dokie. So innovation requires you to be dedicated to play. Some things happen when you play. It's kind of a drug. It's kind of a mind-altering activity. For one thing, you lose all sense of time. You just are in it. If you can sneak up on some kids, you can see this, right? You have to sneak up, though. It's, you know, a little bit of, okay, I'm going to be the dragon, and you're going to be the knight. Yeah, okay, I'll be the knight, but I'm going to breathe fire, too. I'm going to tell you now what that paper's going to say. It's going to say stuff like this. Oh, no, I'd love to, but I got a family to take care of. I mean, I got kids. Or, hey, man, look, that's risky. So we got a bottom line. I'm going to get smacked. Or, you don't understand. We work for the government. We have policies. We have procedures, right? Yeah, blah, 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 yada, yada. Okay? Everybody's got something, right? We all got something. Do you know what that is? That's the voice of those two enemies. That's that voice. That's that mental formation in your head saying, be afraid. Be very afraid, because maybe you're wrong. Or, don't rock the boat. Life is good. You got your bonus. Shut up. Both of those are wrong. So I want to challenge you to overcome those. You've got 5 things you can now go out and do. And every one of us in this room knows how to do these things. If you get an innovative result, I want you to send me an email and tell me what happened. If you do, I will send you the other 5 things. Because just like Yoda said, no, there is another, there are actually 5 more. Have a great day. Thank you.